What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here with a review for Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 13 episode. I believe this is number 13, and the episode was titled, "It's Best You Stop Digging." It's best y'all stop leaking shit too. Just saying. Let's go ahead and get into this review, shall we? All right, you guys. So I don't know how long this review is gonna be. It's hot as hell in this room. Oh, that's right. I turned the air off. Fuck. Turn the air off and I got these hot ass lights. Jesus be offense. Let's talk about, you guys, I really don't know where to start at. Cause the episode was not a lot. Let's talk about Portia and Dennis. It wasn't a lot with Portia and Dennis, so I guess we can easily get them out of the way. So now you guys know this episode centers around Cynthia's wedding, which that is something else that I have a little bit of an issue with. I was cool with seeing the pictures of Cynthia's wedding. I was definitely cool with that. But when you saw, I mean, it was so much of Cynthia's wedding on, the shade room, baller alert everywhere, that when we got to this episode, it's like, I don't even need to see this stuff because we basically saw pretty much everything played out in social media. I really wish that with Real Housewives of Atlanta, they would stop leaking stuff to the blogs. That takes away from the season for me as a viewer, I feel. I'm just speaking for me, and I can't speak for you guys. Speaking for me only. But yeah, Portia and Dennis. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I want to listen to this scene, and as much as I love Portia, I just was not paying attention to this scene. After this scene, I got to go turn this air on, because like 1 minute I get really cold, and then the next minute I get really hot. I don't know what's going on with me. But Portia and Dennis, they were having this conversation about their non-existent relationship, and it was just going back and forth. As long as her and Coach Dennis, make things work out for the sake of PJ, that's all that matters, to be quite honest with you. Like, y'all have this back and forth. At this point, you guys need to stay off and not get back together, because I just don't know. But I don't know why Portia felt some type of way about Dennis posting. Well, I guess I can understand it. With the blog post has been out about, Strippergate, I can see it. And him saying single as fuck, I guess I can get it, but don't really care. Love you, Portia, still. Just don't really care about this scene. It was a throwaway scene for me. Gotta move on. All right, you guys, we're back. Went to go turn the air on, didn't turn the air on because the Grammys are still on, and I walked by the TV, and Beyonce and Megan had won for, Best Rap Song for Savage Remix. So congratulations to the Houston girls. Shout out to them. So now let's talk about Drew. So Drew goes over to Shamia's crib, and Shamia's having this party for the nieces. So it's a judgment-free party, so it's kind of like what the party, Cynthia's bachelorette party should have been, completely judgment-free. So they talk about Cynthia's wedding. They talk about the fact that Cynthia and Mike are with each other the night before the wedding. But isn't the tradition that the bride and groom shouldn't see the groom shouldn't see the bride in her wedding dress? I never knew that. Well, you do see some people say that they don't stay with their soon-to-be husbands the night before the wedding. Okay, maybe that is part of the superstition. Don't know, don't care. Because Cynthia and Mike are married, and I wish them the best. So then they start discussing the stuff that's on social media, i.e. the blogs talking about this whole Strippergate situation. I have to be like 1,000% honest with you guys. I am sick to death of hearing about Strippergate. At this point, can we move on? How many more episodes are left of this goddamn season? Because I don't want to keep hearing about Strippergate. It's like, really, at this point, it's like pulling all my teeth out of my mouth at this point. So then they talk about the whole "it wasn't me" challenge, and I remember that. I remember Kenya first, because remember, back when this first happened, everybody, especially on the Shade Room, everybody was talking about who they think was a part of it. And I remember, like, I was on the Shade Room, and all the comments on the Shade Room were saying it was Candy and Portia. I remember that verbatim. So then I remember Kenya came out and said no, it wasn't Candy, and then that sparked the "it wasn't me" challenge. When Kenya said it wasn't her, then we saw who else said that it wasn't me. Next, I saw Latoya do it. I'm like, girl, are you a part of the season like that to be saying that it wasn't you? But Latoya posted it wasn't her. Then Marlo posted that it wasn't her. Who else? Candy never posted that it wasn't me. I don't think Cynthia did it. I don't think Cynthia did it. I don't remember if Drew did it. Because let me think. I'm remembering this. I never saw Drew post it wasn't me. If she did post it, it was way after the fact. But I don't know. The two people that I can't remember if they posted, you guys can definitely let me know in the comment section. The two people I cannot remember if they ever posted that it wasn't me was Shamia and Drew. Those are the two people that I don't remember if they posted it. So then, they talking about Marlo posting it. And Marlo was saying that she posted it, because her nephew, who's 13 years old, asked, he was on the internet, he asked her auntie what happened at that party that you went to. So she said that's why she posted it. I'm like, Marlo, and she's like, I never saw that Kenya posted it because I still have her blocked. And I'm like, Marlo, that is complete bullshit. Because it was on the Shade Room. I saw it on the Shade Room. I saw it on the Peach Report Daily. Like, I saw it on all the blogs that you all were posting that it wasn't me, and this was around the same time. Y'all all did this around the same time. It's not like days had passed. This was maybe, at this point, it might have been like hours. I know, because like I said, Kenya, I know for a fact Kenya was first, and I know Latoya was behind her, and then Marlo did it, because Marlo was in the car when she did it. Actually, I think Marlo and Latoya, no. But I know Marlo and Latoya did it around the same time of each other, and they were right behind Kenya. So Marlo was lying through her teeth, because she definitely knew. Now so this party that they're having, it's a fun party. They are playing. That was Jenga, right? Jenga's the one where you take the pieces apart and you try not to have it fall, right? Yeah. So Jenga, and they have to do it's a fun Jenga, because I know Marla had to run around with her top up for 5 laps. Somebody had to impersonate somebody. It was fun. So then Latoya shows up, and see, here's where I'm confused at with Latoya. Latoya actually is two-faced, if we're gonna be honest with you. Latoya's a little bit two-faced because Latoya is playing, it's like Latoya is playing both sides of the situation. Because one minute she's talking to Kenya about what happened, but then the next minute she's talking to Portia and them. And when she's talking to Portia and them, she's trying to say that Kenya is the one that leaked this story, which I do believe that. Because she's talking about what B. Scott posted. And that's what I was saying, and that's exactly what I was thinking. Because everybody's, people are talking about, the producers probably leaked that. I'm like, no, the producers did not leak this. What Bravo is doing, they're showing who they want to show first. But I remember this specifically when this happened. The Shade Room is the one that posted. I saw the Shade Room posted, and the Shade Room had got it from B. Scott. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the Shade Room got it from B. Scott. So B. Scott knows Kenya, and so it is what it is. I don't care who leaked it. I don't care about Strippergate. I really, at this point, want to stop talking about Strippergate. I'm over Strippergate. I don't care if Portia and Tanya wanted to sleep with Bolo. That is their business. Who am I to judge these women? And who are any of these other? Who are these women to judge them? It's like it's not that big of a deal, you guys. Like, they're single-ish. Because Tanya's not married to Paul, and Portia's not with Coach Dennis. So why are we upset about it? And we're gonna circle back to that later. So, Latoya says that she wasn't too concerned about it, but I'm like, yes, you were. Because when you guys were at dinner and all that stuff, you were talking about it, and you was grilling Drew about it. You grilled Drew, and then her and Drew got into it. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I tuned out of Drew and Latoya's argument. I was not listening, so I don't know what they were arguing about. I just know that they were arguing, and that's it. We're gonna move on. All right, you guys, let's talk about Cynthia's wedding. So the episode when it started, it was 24 hours into her wedding, but with the hurricane that went hit, hit the South, that part of the South, like Florida and the rain that came to Georgia, Cynthia was unable to have her wedding outside. And so she's having her rehearsal dinner, but her rehearsal dinner was scheduled for outside. So now, oh God, when I saw those, but you know what? People had on masks, but there was still too many people in that house for me. Way too many people in that house for me. So everyone is showing up for the rehearsal dinner. We see Eva show up. We see Kenya show up. We see Candy show up. Mal is there. So they sitting outside. At one point, it was just Kenya, Eva, and Cynthia outside. So Cynthia is upset, and Kenya's like, "What are you so upset at? What's wrong?" And Eva was like, "You didn't see what Wendy Williams said, did you?" Actually, what? Oh, that is so funny. Because I actually remember when Wendy Williams said, Wendy Williams had put her stuff out. I think that was a Thursday when she talked about Cynthia's wedding. And then, most of us YouTubers talked about it on that Friday. Most of us who do our hot topic shows did them on Friday. Because I definitely remember I talked about it on that Friday after Wendy had talked about it. And, Cynthia's upset about it, about what people were saying about the wedding. But Cynthia, this is a whole global pandemic. Like, what did you expect people to be like? You have a guest list of 250 people. We are in the middle of a pandemic. There was no uplook at that point. The coronavirus cases were increasing. The deaths were increasing. What did you expect for people to say about your wedding? It looked like it was a super spreader event. And I know Cynthia wants to keep saying she had all the protocols and everything. It would have been one thing if you actually had that wedding outside, but still with 250 guests, that's just way too many people. God, they get on my nerves upstairs. I hate this apartment sometimes. It just sounds like they're coming through my walls. Oh God, Jesus be offense. I think you're telling me to look for a house. Okay, we're gonna start looking for a house ASAP. After I do this graduate school stuff, that's gonna be first on the list. Is just to find a house. As much as I love this apartment and I love the area that I live in, I just cannot continue to listen to my neighbors thumping and bumping like they're coming through my walls. They do it all times a day. They start up in the morning at 6 a.m. and they don't stop until the next morning. Because I know for a fact the other night I heard them at 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying not to get ethnic and black and go up there and be a whole NIGGA and get gutter and gully with them. Because I don't want to get kicked out of this apartment. But I will, Jesus be offense. I'm sorry, you guys. That just bothers me. This is absolutely my last apartment that I'm living in. Like, I guarantee you that I'm never doing another apartment. This is it. But then I got to figure out what I'm gonna do if I go to Atlanta. I don't want to buy a house. I don't want to buy a house in Atlanta. I don't want to rent a house in Atlanta. Damn. Jesus, please help me. Okay. Where was I? What was I talking about? Oh, the wedding, the super spreader event. But yeah, that's back to what I was saying. This super spreader event, like, nobody's saying that Cynthia shouldn't have had her wedding. I mean, even that idiot Kelly Dodd from Real Housewives of Orange County. Her and Cynthia's wedding date was the same day. Kelly Dodd had the right mind frame to have an intimate wedding. Like, there's nothing wrong with having an intimate wedding. And look here now, Cynthia. Our president is trying to get everybody vaccinated by May 1st. Everybody should be qualified to get vaccinated. And then he said we might be able to have small gatherings by the 4th of July. Lord, if that's the case, please, if we can have something by the 4th of July, because that is just about 2 weeks shy of my birthday. Oh my God. I promise you guys, if that is able to happen, I am celebrating my birthday. I'm getting out of Texas, might be even getting out of the country because I got to do something for my birthday. I didn't do nothing last year on my birthday. But yeah, Cynthia, I think you just could have waited for that wedding, and then with the wedding, we'll talk about that. But they also discussed this whole situation with, Strippergate. Now I got a side eye for Candy for real, because Candy was one of the people who was saying what happened in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. But then here you are with Eva with Eva and Kenya and Cynthia talking about what happened at the dungeon party and how you saw some lips on the coffee table. So much for your one rule. What stays in the dungeon, what happens in the dungeon stays in the dungeon. Yeah, I really got a side eye for Candy. I'm not really, and it's hard for me to say this because I love Candy, but I ain't feeling her right now. Oh, God. Like, I felt like the show's going to go back down in a dark place again, and I wasn't reviewing when they was in that dark place. Like, I don't want to go down that dark road because I feel like this is where they're leading us down a dark road once again of Real Housewives of Atlanta season 9. Oh God, please don't do that because I just don't see. And that's one more thing about Candy, like that's Candy being passive aggressive because she's all but confirming what happened. Oh God. Now, I don't know why Kenya felt the need to mention Shamia in this whole situation. I thought Kenya and Shamia were cool. I didn't like that. Gotta be honest with you, I didn't like that. I didn't like her mentioning Shamia. Then we see Cynthia's wedding, beautiful wedding. The one thing that threw me off with that wedding was the fact that some people had on face shields, some people had on masks, but the one thing that really disturbed me, there was no social distancing. Not an ounce of social distancing. Oh God. Let's move on. Oh, that's actually the end of the episode. Not let's move on. That's the end of the episode, you guys. Let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Leave your comments in the comment section below. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell button. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the Planner channel. The link is in the description bar below. I'll see you guys in the next one, which is Married to Medicine. Married to Medicine, I'll be, my energy will be a little bit better because that episode was better than Atlanta. Oh, all right, you guys. Stay safe, you guys. Take care of yourselves. Wash your hands, wear your mask, and socially distance, you guys, unlike at Cynthia's wedding. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.